morning, listeners. This is Wither Speaks, a 30-minute radio program brought to you by Wither Safe House every Monday from 11:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Today we are presenting in studio Richard Couler along with my co-presenter here is
I'm Jackson C. Clay Jr.
Jackson Clay. Jackson, you're highly welcome to the show again, man. Why?
Yeah, sure. What's up, Reggie?
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Today we will be discussing the topic understanding disability and health. Jackson, that's the topic for the day.
Yeah, sure.
Understanding disability and health.
We talk about that during the weekend. That's going to be our topic.
Yeah.
But before we go further, what do we have for quote for
the inspirational quote for the day says, there is a plan and a purpose, a value to every life, no matter what its location, age, gender, or disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everyone has a purpose for life. Every living creature, no matter of age, disability, gender, or any other thing. So it was said by Sharon Angle. Sharon Angle, she was a politician from the U.S.
Okay.
She highly regard disabilities. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, the topic is understanding disability and health. Later in the show, we're going to open the phone line for people to make contribution. But for now, we just ask you to please listen until that time reaches. So Jackson, the thing about disability and health, there are two words mostly used together.
And what are the two words that you talk about?
Yeah. I'm saying disability and health.
Yeah.
These are the two words people mostly use together. That is, people who have disabilities, they encounter this disability based on certain misfunction or inability of certain body part to function the right way to function.
Mm-hmm.
That is, for example, someone who encounter blindness. They got a blindness because maybe the optic nerve from the eye refused to work, so it results into permanent or temporary vision loss. Mm-hmm. Also, there are people who are amputated.
Yeah.
So they did this because the certain limb refused to function the way it is to function. Mm-hmm. But people don't see it this way. Mostly people see it let's say a cultural way, like people who have certain disability are evil or they are punished by God because they did certain bad thing within their life at certain point in time. Mm-hmm. So people always feel this way, and that's not the way we are to think about such people.
Not at all. There are two key words you're talking about here. You're talking about disability
and health. Yeah.
Especially in underdeveloped countries like ours, Liberia. You find it very difficult for people who are even not disability to access healthcare facilities.
Yeah, it's difficult.
At least to talk about somebody who is disabled is the worst. Yeah, it's the worst. I was reading through when we talk about this topic. I was reading through a WHO website and I came across this thing that disabled people find it very difficult to access healthcare facility. So in the end result, they being stigmatized or they being separated from the larger society, and they cannot be able to be treated properly as you who are not disabled. And this is something that we need to keep talking about. We need to keep raising the awareness so that these issues can be properly addressed. But until then, we face a greater challenge with our disabled brothers and sisters out there.
Yeah, like you're saying about it, WHO was just based on the principle of inclusive health care for everyone. Mm-hmm. Being disabled, being not disabled, everyone to be inclusive in getting the appropriate health care services they need. Mm-hmm. So once we stigmatize other people or discriminate them from getting such health care services, then we are not working according to the WHO objective. Mm-mm. It can be true. For the fact that people with disabilities are a larger minority, but yet still they are the most vulnerable in the society.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
They don't have access to healthcare services. But for people like this, they serve as integral part of our society. So why should we always keep them aside and stop including them within healthcare policies and other things related to healthcare facilities? It's difficult. The thing about disability is just everyone about health rather, everyone just need to have certain healthcare services to be active. Once you are not fully well, you can be active in society. and we need everyone to be active. That's the thing about it.
And because of their disability too, they become very more vulnerable to deficiency and other diseases. Yeah. So as such, these people must be treated or must be taken very much differently from some of us, because like I always tell people that for every person that is not disabled, there's a likelihood that you are a potential disabled person.
Yeah.
Because who knows what might happen to you in the next few hours or in the next few minutes. So the way you treat disabled people, between me and you, if tomorrow something happens to you or happens to any of your relatives and they become disabled, you don't want them to be treated the way you are. Yeah. So we must be able to treat our disabled brothers, especially at healthcare facilities. These things must be available to them so that they can access them. It is their right. It is their right to access these healthcare facilities. So we as Liberians, because we are talking Liberia now, because we are in Liberia, especially the William Safe House, one of its main objectives is reaching out to our disabled brothers and sisters in Liberia. So we need to have this conversation around this issue of healthcare facilities with disabled people in our country. If you look around today, you look at our healthcare facilities, look how they are built. There's no special people attending to these people. All of them should be in the same line. All of them should work out at the same time. You cannot treat disabled people like that. They should be treated with some level of respect.
Yeah, sure.
So that they can be able to get the requisite treatment they need. So until then, these things we might not just be getting anywhere with it.
Yeah.
We just need to continue the awareness and build up the conversation around it.
Sure. Like you were saying about everyone have a likelihood of becoming disabled at a certain point in time. Yeah. It's 100% true. You don't know what may happen tomorrow.
Not at all.
So why should you always have negative perception about someone who has disability and exclude them from healthcare services? You don't know what might happen. People move today, we don't know what happened tomorrow. Maybe it might fall off and it might result in a certain disability. Mm-hmm. And so we really need to take conscious of everything I do, and we need to be suspicious of how they do people with disabilities. Like people with disabilities, they always have most often they have secondary condition. What is secondary condition? It's just about people who are disabled, they have a likelihood of getting depression or feeling more pains, or even people who are depressed might find themselves to be disabled at any point in time, most especially for the people who are old. Mm-hmm. So we need to take care of them. We need to be up every time. People who are disabled, we need to check up their medical personnel.
For real.
Yeah. So that's how it sort of be. Every time check a medical personnel, let them check on you. If not, something might happen. That's how it looks.
Yeah, something might definitely happen. Yeah. So these people need to be regularly checked on. They need to be catered to.
But it sounds something like simple, but I think it's very difficult for our setting.
Yeah, sure.
But as long as the awareness keep going on, we know that things are going to happen one day. Like for people set up barriers to people with disabilities, saying that they are incapable of managing certain healthcare services or facility. So for that reason, they don't include them in healthcare program. Like some barriers are the cost. When we talk about cost, talking about transportational cost, or maybe they don't have money to reach. Sometimes the healthcare facility or the clinics might be very far from the home of the disabled individual. Mm-hmm. They don't have finance to transport themselves to go there. Even if the doors they go there, at the end, healthcare services might be very expensive to pay for.
Yeah, sure.
So even if they do that, for you to pay for the healthcare services is going to be difficult.
Sure. Yeah. So these are things that we need to be talking about. Okay. Once again, listeners, you are listening to William Speaks on ERW Radio 94.5. We are your presenters, Jackson C. Clay Jr. and
Richard Kule.
The topic under discussion today is understanding disability and health issues. How does our disabled people cope with their health issues? This is the topic. If you feel touched by our conversation and you feel that you can call, we'll open the line shortly so that we can take your participation. Once again, we are Jackson C. Clay Jr. and
Richard
Kule. Like what you were saying, Richard. Yeah. the issue of barriers to disabled people. These are things that need to be, because for one fact here is disabled people are at the bottom line of the ladder, especially in underdeveloped countries, especially here in our Liberia. Disabled people are the bottom line of the ladder. So we need to reach out there to them and assist them in whatever way, especially when it comes to their healthcare problems. They need to be properly taken care of when it comes to healthcare issues, because they are very vulnerable to society because of their disabilities. So we need to treat them very, very, like I always say, very peculiar, in a peculiar way, that they should be properly taken care of.
Yeah.
So until these things, we might not just be getting anywhere. Our disabled brothers and sisters need our assistance, need our help. They do not, like I said, they are the bottom line of the ladder. So financial problems, transportation problems, to get to where they're supposed to be treated.
Even if they get there, they don't have cash to pay for the service.
So these are things that
we need to work on that also. So Jackson, I think we need to open the phone line for people to make a contribution.
Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah. So if you are listening out there, this is Wither Speaks, and we're on the topic understanding disability and health. If you have any input for the program, you can call us on 0777-945-945. You can call and make your contribution. Again, Jackson, have a call.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Victor Santo Jr.
Victor Santo.
Yeah, I'm calling from Virginia.
Okay, you're welcome. Wither Speaks.
Is this the Victor that I know?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you go out the clinic as a disabled person, they might not take care of you. Sometimes they'll be asking you, what drawing? What do they mean?
Wow.
They're supposed to get somebody there to be able to help the disabled person, but they won't do it. They'll ask you questions.
Victor, are you speak? Go ahead.
We are asking the Bureau Health Center, whenever they see a disabled person, they should be able to help that disabled person, be a visually impaired person or handicapped person. They should be able to help. Even the deaf person, they never get somebody to interact with.
Yeah.
When they put it into the place, you'll be able to help the disabled community.
Are you a disabled person, Victor?
I am a disabled person. I am a visually impaired person.
So, are you speaking from experience?
Yeah, I'm speaking from experience, because sometimes when I speak, if I go to somebody's health center, they might not, that way is able to take care of the disabled person, but they will not do it.
Okay.
They will compare you with the able people at the end. You'll be sad, you'll be that person to leave the health center.
Do you feel bad about that, Victor?
Okay.
Victor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, Victor. Okay.
Keep your calls coming in. Keep your
you can keep your calls coming in on 0777-945-945. Like Victor was saying, medical personnel, majority of them, they don't have the technical know-how on talking to people with disability or even treating them. It's difficult.
Even the people that are able to find it difficult.
Yeah, it's
talking
difficult.
To them,
so if they can have extra training to build up a communication skill with people with disability, we don't mean they should be sign language speaker or they should be interpreter where they can do this. Just be kind in talking to people.
Just be kind to them.
Your kind word might further serve as a first aid for them.
For them, just be kind to them.
As long as you are kind to them, they come, you kindly talk to them, good gesture, they're going to feel
good. Already in. Look what Peter is saying. He's a visually impaired guy, and he goes to the hospital for treatment. And you treating him like, come this way. How do you expect people like Victor to see what you're talking about?
You don't have any help with him.
Not at all. He needs direction. So you should be serving as that person that will give him some direction, and the treatment he gets from there will make him feel that he's a part of society.
Yeah. So I think healthcare workers just need special education for this. And also we are talking about healthcare workers, but sometimes people disability themselves. They don't even acquaint themselves with healthcare information. They just sit back, they say, oh, society has excluded me, so I'm no longer going there. We have another call.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Please, can you
move away from the monitor, please? Move away from the radio. Hello? Your name and where you call from? Your line is terribly bad. Can you change your location? If you change your location,
yeah, change your location and call back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go on.
Yeah, people, even people with disability themselves, they don't open themselves to gaining healthcare information. They don't go to hospital and learn some things about other things. So sometimes they will sit home and they don't know that. Sometimes they will sit home, they don't. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, bro.
Your name and where you calling from?
Naomi.
Naomi, from where? Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from the phone room.
Okay, Naomi, you're highly welcome with us speaks.
Make your point.
Yeah. Saturday morning. They very enjoy me. They are letting.
Okay, thank you.
For one, I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we are getting you. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, go to the hospital then. Into you and there in town. Okay. You sitting out there, they're trying to do it and put it in the work. So in the department,
Okay.
And some of us were not voted.
Okay.
We need some kind of devil. We have a fearful, some way.
Okay.
Your line is terribly bad. Your line is terribly bad,
Victoria. Yeah, your line was really bad.
Like she was saying.
Yeah.
She's a visually impaired person, and she goes to the hospital regularly for treatment. And the way she's being treated doesn't really go down well with her. She stays there from morning to evening hours without eating anything, and she's not been talked to properly. These are things that need to be stopped.
Yeah.
It need to be stopped. These people are human beings like us. These people are Liberians. These are our brothers and our sisters. We need to properly talk to them when they go to these places. We accept, but not because we are focusing on disabled people and their health issues, but even they go other places that they are not being treated fairly.
Yeah,
and they should not be.
It's just that we are limited.
But the issue of their healthcare is a very paramount concern.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we are highlighting it.
Yeah,
these people need proper and extraordinary treatment from people who are able. So the way you talk to them, the way you handle them, the way you treat them might just be okay for them. But if you talk to them just anyhow and treat them just anyhow, they live with already they are living with the trauma of being disabled. Every day the way they're being treated, then they go there again and you talk the way you add it up. You don't know what your words or your treatment might lead to.
We have a call.
We have another caller. Yes, hello.
Yeah. Beatrice.
Your name and where you call from? You say what?
Beatrice. From where, Beatrice? Okay, Beatrice.
Make your point.
Yeah, I just called to thank you for the program.
Okay.
I'm now disabled.
Okay.
Sometimes I even see them in the street and see that. Somebody it will be me. So I really want people to see them through themselves. But it's not easy. Even for we, it's not the even one to the hospital. Sometimes when the people say they have but then
I see.
You don't want to call every house. So you have to work. It's not easy. But some of them, we got here out to see. We don't have it sometimes. So that's about this.
Yeah.
So I have to do something about that. And I will say thank you for this program.
Thank you very much, Beatrice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our fervent plea. This is our kind appeal to healthcare workers across the country under the sound of our voice.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, but poor attitude towards people with disability has served as key obstacle in limiting people with disability from realizing their full potential in the overall, not only in health sector, or it can be in education, it can be employment, it can be in mobility, all kinds of things. So once we have poor attitude towards these people, we are limiting their dreams.
Sure.
Yeah, we are limiting their dreams. So we just, mostly health workers, they just need to have positive attitude for such people. Yeah. And also I'm talking about people with disability themselves. Once you involve yourself in something, you can be part of it. But you don't sit back saying that they don't want to bring it out my doorstep, so I won't participate in it. It's gonna be difficult. Like the old saying, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. So just keep going around. Keep going around, going for a checkup every time, checking out healthcare personnel, meeting a medical doctor, meeting a nurse, asking them on some health issues. Even if you don't have health problem, at least meet them and know certain tips of health, of your daily health life. Yeah.
So it will help you too a lot.
It can help a lot. Yeah.
Despite the way you've been treated, the way you've been talked to at healthcare facilities or clinics and what have you, despite that, still make it your duty. Read. What is it that you as a disabled person need to do or need not to do? It will help you a lot. But our society is not as sophisticated to that level where I'm not saying all of them, but most of our disabled brothers and sisters are not educated. Yeah, many of them are educated, but most of them are not educated.
Yeah.
So you find them with their children in the street. So their only source of surviving is through begging.
Yeah.
These people need to be taken from the street and provided some way in which they can make their living, with the exception of taking their kids on the street. Their kids are not blind.
Sure.
The kids need proper the kids are entitled to education as well. But how do they get the children to school? They don't have the hand. So they need to go out there with them, and the longer they stay, just to get something to eat for that day.
Yeah.
And if the children are sick, the same money they can be used to carry them to hospital. So the issue of disabled people in our country is so much, in a way that it's so complicated.
It's complicated. Sure.
It's so much complicated.
So
we need to talk about their healthcare issues.
Yeah. So we need to.
So these are things that need to be worked on. The conversation needs to be built around it. The awareness needs to continue.
Also needs to spread wider.
Yeah, it needs to be spread across. Yeah, people need to know what is it a disabled person. I mean, how a disabled person need to be treated at certain places, or like the healthcare issues. So we don't just treat them anyhow. We don't just take them anyhow.
Okay, Jackson, we have a few minutes in the show now. I think we need to. If I think we have our last call, right?
Let's go ahead. Let's take calls.
If you are listening, you can put in your calls on 0777 945 945. You made the last call. We have a few minutes to go in the show.
Wow.
Yeah. So people with disability, they themselves, they need to cater their own health problem also. Once you can check up yourself every time, you can. Let's take for instance the sanitation aspect. You have safe drinking water. You can prevent yourself from having certain health problems.
Wow.
Yeah, prevent yourself from having certain health problems. You don't have to be sick before you can reach to the hospital. You can. That's why they say prevention is better than cure. Once you can prevent yourself, it'd be very difficult for you to encounter sicknesses.
Sure.
It'd be difficult to encounter. Okay, well, I think we can take the one last caller.
Hello.
Good morning. Okay, drop that line.
We lost that caller there, but caller, you can still call back. We thought to take you as our last caller, but we lost you along the line.
Yeah.
We're still taking just one more call, I think.
Yeah, one more call.
With the time we got on our side.
So people with disability always have little or low awareness information on healthcare services.
Sure.
Yeah. So they just need to put themselves in this and work together with healthcare facilitators in working to ensure that they have a proper healthcare program they needed to stay active.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jackson.
So they need to keep themselves abreast with their own healthcare issues.
Yeah.
And see how best they can They can be open with issues that concern them, and not depending. Is that what you're saying? Not depending solely so much on society or the healthcare people. So they need to do that too, but then it's kind of difficult for them. So we just need to. It's both ways. Okay.
The last one.
Hello?
Good morning.
Did you hear the video?
Yeah, I did hear the radio and Wither Speaks program on presently.
Yes, my name is Henry Gomo calling from Israel.
Okay.
I'm not disabled people, but sometimes you need to talk to the healthcare who are in the rural hospital. A lady just died in had for a Portland hospital last week. The lady was crying for help. We wanted that she help her with water. They say she was short of water, but they died of it. Never sent her to that woman until she died right in the hospital. The woman died, she was crying for help. People they bring money, the woman said she was not having money. They don't have one when she come, they're going to help. They had a boy, she's going to call her parents.
Excuse me.
When the woman died, when the woman died, they brought the ambulance for the woman. The woman
Excuse
died.
me.
They call the woman Miata.
Excuse me. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we are sorry. Do you have do you have actual information what you are saying, or do you have evidence what you are saying?
I'm telling you, the woman, they said the woman died too.
Okay, thank you
so much. People, the woman was living here. The woman and I was living in the same.
Yeah,
okay, thank you. Renting, but the woman died yesterday. They call the woman Miata.
Not disabled woman?
She was not disabled. She was a pregnant woman.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
When she won, I think.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry that we cut off that call. We have just a few minutes in the show. Maybe we can keep a point for next Monday for the next show.
And more besides, our topic here is disabled and health issues. We're not concerned about people who are able. Our group is solely focusing on disabled people. So I'm sorry that we had to call it off because he went totally off track. So before we take leave of you again, we just need to recap some of what we're saying here. Like we said, disabled people are Liberians, are our brothers and sisters. They are human beings. They need to be treated just like any other person.
So before going through Jackson, do you have any? Is that your final?
I think that's my final word. Yeah.
People with disability just need to include the healthcare services, and they don't have to fully rely on personnel, that is medical personnel, to stay healthy. You yourself, you can carry on exercises, you can be active in your everyday life, so you don't have to always keep in mind that people who are in the healthcare service are the one that are supposed to provide such service for you. You can provide for yourself also.
Okay, until then we say bye for now. And
inspirational quote.
Our
inspirational quote, it says there is a plan and a purpose, a value to every life, no matter what is its location, age, or gender or disability. It was said by Sharon Angle. Thank you so much.
Thank you for playing the listening role.
Next Monday.
Same time. Bye-bye.
You just listen to the program Wither Speaks, and you can listen next Monday, 11:30 for a brand new edition. It's now time we join the BBC for the news for midday.